Hi everyone, Science Corner here. Today, me as a citizen scientist, former heart attack survivor, former athlete, heart attack in 2020, so I'm going on 6 years, September 1. And what I've learned in 6 years is a lot of information that I never really had before my 52 birthday. I met a lot of doctors, a lot of PhDs, a lot of scientists. I've read a lot of books. And when you look at heart disease, the way I look at it, and I've read a lot of studies, both on the pharma side and the functional medicine side, it's a very complex disease. And in my view, and this is my own journey, going through the system, having a heart attack, getting the statins, going through my normal cardiologist, and that whole kind of journey. And I think the medical industry try and focus on one marker, right? So cholesterol, LDL, keep that super low, and you're good. And it's hard to believe that these doctors who spent 9 years studying medicine could simplify it that easily, that one molecule that we make in our liver, 80% in our liver, is the culprit for actually causing heart disease. And today, we still have about 700,000 people dying of heart disease in this country, with hundreds of thousands of people taking statins. So clearly it's not working. So what's going on? What is the cure for heart disease? What is the way to eliminate heart disease? Because for hundreds of millions of years, there was no heart disease. Now, clearly, these people never lived long, but they weren't dying of heart disease. They were dying of all sorts of things. People getting killed by animals, snake bites, infectious diseases. So come on, people, think about it, right? It's not cholesterol. People have had bad genetics and bad family history for millions of years. Now, we are living longer. But what has changed the most, right? Look at our environment. Look at the foods we're eating. Look at the way we're sleeping. So I've come up, and it's not just me. I mean, there's a lot of smart people I'm standing on the shoulders with. It's a 12-headed dragon. Now, what I mean by 12-headed dragon, it's not one thing. There's 12 things. So if you look over here, we have insulin resistance, which I had as an athlete at the top. Sugar loading, carb loading, becoming diabetic. That carries a 10 times hazard ratio. Next, chronic inflammation. Thyroid dysfunction, that's what I had. Gut dysbiosis, I had candida. Poor sleep, I was stressed. I traveled the world for many, many years. Chronic stress, I was highly stressed. Seed oils, I was eating aeroplane food 20 years. Refined carbs and sugar, that's what I was doing. Physical inactivity, I was actually pretty active. Nutrient deficiencies, not sure. Don't know how to calculate that. Alcohol and toxins, clearly I was drinking alcohol. Diet versus genes, yep, I do not have the greatest genetics. So look at that, 12-headed dragon. And how many of those are your doctor is focusing on? So it's a highly complex disease. Now, can you cure it? I believe you can. Now, how you got to do that? You got to get all your markers, all your genetics. Look at what you're doing. Look how you're sleeping. Look how you're exercising, your community, your stress. And a lot of it's our environment, and a lot of it's what we eat. So you can control, in my mind, your destiny. Epigenetically, you can control it. Genetics loads the gun, and lifestyle pulls the trigger. And here I am, 58, 6 years later. I feel great. I work out, I play tennis, I hang out with my family. I'm doing everything I can to prevent that next heart attack. But I know that I'm doing better than most people out there. I'm trying to live naturally, eating well, sleeping well, and doing the things that I can control. So it's very important. Don't get down. Don't believe in family history, because I believe the people that had family history, they were eating the same way. So a whole bunch of families that had the same genetics, they ate the same way. And you have the other family that had good genetics, also ate bad food, nothing happened to them. So change your destiny, because genetics, if you look at the risk ratio, is not that high. What's high is diabetes, metabolic syndrome, obesity. These are all 21st century diseases. We have a food-borne illness, people. Get back to the way we used to eat and live, and focus on those things to get yourself healthy.